Use the cutting wheel on a handheld grinder. Handheld grinders are very useful tools that should be used with a lot of care. This powerful tool can cut, grind, or polish hard items like concrete, steel and petrified wood. Most grinders are powered by compressed air and rotate at very high speeds to help them achieve their purpose. Take very good care of how you are holding this tool since the blades are extremely sharp. If you are using it for the first time, it is best to get the assistance of a professional. This article will give you an idea of what you need to be aware of as you use this tool. Wearing protective clothing. When you are ready with your project and your equipment is in good shape, make sure that you have the right protective gear in place before you even begin. This means that you are wearing hard-topped shoes, protective goggles, eyeglasses are not protective enough, and working gloves. All of these will help you protect yourself from flying debris as you use the handheld grinder. Clearing your working table from other tools. Since you will need to concentrate on the task at hand while using this power tool, you need to remove all unnecessary tools that may come in your way, especially if these tools have cords that you might trip over. Remember that your safety is very important, and at the end of the day, a project is just a project. Applying the right amount of pressure. When you are ready to cut your tough material, make sure you know where to cut and how far you want the cut to be. When this is settled, turn on your tool and slowly lead it along the lines that you want to cut. You do not want to force it to go down deeply into your material, or else you will risk dulling the blade. A blade that is in top condition will easily cut through your steel. Turning off the wheel and setting it aside. When you are done cutting with the handheld grinder, just unplug it and set it aside, preferably somewhere that you can easily see it so that you will not accidentally trip on it or anything like that. This is again a reminder for you to stay safe while handling this tool. Polishing the edges of the cut material. When you cut with a grinder, the edges of the material will be naturally rough. All you need to do is to sand this part, or you can replace the blade contraption of your grinder and replace it with a buffing or sanding disc to help you keep the edges of your project smooth. The handheld grinder has many attachments that you can use, such as the diamond cutter that essentially cuts through anything. There is also a sand buffer that will allow you to smoothen out rough edges. There is also the regular blade, which is often used for woodwork. You can just replace the blade with any contraption that you will need for the job. If you do not have your own grinder, You can probably buy a second-hand one if you will be intensely using one. But if you will need it for just a couple of projects, you are probably good with just borrowing one from a friend.